What's up, YouTube? It's Chris with C-Dub Sports Cards, and today we are back with something, at least for me, that's a little special and different. I went over budget, out of my comfort zone, to purchase this 2025 Donruss Baseball Hobby Box. I know that a lot of you guys have opened this already. It's been out for a little while now. In fact, it's been replaced by Prism on the Panini, like in terms of newness. But I was able to pick this up for about $110 delivered to the house. The bid was actually under $100. So I was pretty excited to get it for under $100. Of course, you have to pay shipping and handling and taxes and all that stuff. So it came to $110, which I still feel is a pretty fair deal for it. So I'm excited to open it and see what we can find inside. But before we open it, guys, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to put a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I want you to hit the hype button. The hype button is a new feature that YouTube has added. Supposedly, if your video gets enough hypes, it'll get pushed, out into the YouTube universe. Like it'll come to the top of the search when people search baseball cards if your video with baseball cards has the most hypes. Now, I know I won't have the most hypes, but we're going to see if it helps at all. So if you go to the comment button and swipe, I can't remember if it's right or left, you will get to a hype screen. And at the hype screen, you can hit a button called Hype the Video. I want you all who watch this video to please hype it. We're going to see what this hype button does. See if it makes any difference. So let's get into this. 2025 Donruss Baseball. This is the most expensive product that I have ever opened on this channel, which I know doesn't sound very exciting to a lot of you. But like I said, I'm a budget ripper. I have a very limited budget to buy cards with. And, I try to purchase things inexpensively for content for the channel and to, stay within my budget so I don't go broke. But like I said, I was able to pick this up at a pretty fair price, and I've seen people pull some pretty good stuff out of here. So I figured it's not a giant risk. I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. But we're going to try it out. We are going to try it out. Let's see if I can get this so it does the thing. There we go. Unfortunately, I don't have enough table space to turn it the right direction, so we're going to do it from the side like this. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take all the packs out. We're going to take all the packs out. Take all the packs out. And then, hold on. I'm going to make some space. I'm going to take these down. Hold on. We're going to display the box still so we can see the box. There we go. There's the box. We can now see the box. Let me put these over here and put this over here. Okay. And here's our packs. Donruss Baseball Hobby Box. Look for 3 autos or mems. Hopefully we get 2 autos and a mem. That kind of seems to be the way that it breaks down for most people. Hopefully we are one of those people. Hopefully we can get an auto of a guy whose name we recognize. Bert Campaneris, great shortstop for the A's, a fast guy. Sammy Sosa, Billy Martin, Greg Maddux, Connor Norby on the Optic, Joe Morgan on the Milestones, a Carson Benj and a Leo DeVries, 2 very good prospects. Benj is the top Yankee prospect, and DeVries was the guy that was traded for Mason Miller, so he is now an Athletic. This one feels thick. Let's go to this one. I think that's our mem right there. We're going to wait on that one. I could tell it felt thick the minute I picked it up compared to the first pack. They might have dummies in here. I don't know. It could be a dummy pack. Jim Thome, Brooks Lee, Buster Posey. Oh, we got a red. Tony Perez, Ken Griffey Jr., and Aaron Judge Elite Series. Numbered to 99. Okay, we like that. Slade Caldwell prospect and Kyle Teal prospect. Well, we're doing really good on the prospects, too. I'm not sure if Caldwell is the top Diamondbacks prospect, but I'm pretty sure he will be very shortly. He was their #1 pick, I believe, last year. And he had a pretty good year in the minors, I do believe. Don't really have the right top loaders over here, but we'll use this one for now. Okay. An Aaron Judge /99 in the second pack. And more good prospects. So far, so good. We opened up some fat packs of this product. And I enjoyed those as well. However, there was no auto or mem. We did pull like a few numbered cards. And we did pull, some decent cards. But the hobby box obviously is going to have a higher ceiling with the 3 autos or mems. And the /99, I believe that's the lowest card we pulled. The lowest thing we pulled, I think, was $2.99 out of the fat packs. Junior Caminero had a great year this year. I think he hit 40 homers in the end. Mike Schmidt, Ken Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, Braylon Doughty on the red. Also numbered. That is out of 250, I think it says. Yeah, 250. 102 out of 250 on the Braylon Doughty. What team does he play for? Cleveland. Alcantara on the Optic prospect. I can't read that guy's name. Kellen Lindsey, rated prospect. He's for the Dodgers. I wish they'd put the team name on. Oh, it does say it up in the corner. I see it. Tyson Neighbors, San Diego. It does say it up in the corner. It has the initials. LA, SD, Cleveland. Let's leave up the Doughty. Don't know much about Mr. Doughty. Cleveland is pretty good, though, at producing pitchers. So Mr. Doughty might be in the big league soon. This one feels a little thicker, too, but maybe I'm just feeling things. Maybe my feelings are off. Albert Pujols. Spencer Aaron Getty, also known as Spencer Spaghetti. Cal Ripken. Thomas Saggese, or Say Cheese, or the Sausage Guy, whatever you want to call him. Randy Johnson. Bomb Squad Tommy. James Triantos, rated prospect. And Honeycutt, Vance Honeycutt, rated prospect. All right, so you never know with prospects, but as of right now, compared to our first 2 packs, our quality of prospects is deteriorating. Hopefully we can pick it back up again. There are bigger names out there. Johnny Mize. Bucky Dent. Frank Thomas. Our Optic. Johnny Bench on the silver. Actually, that's not an Optic. That's just a silver. Nowhere does it say Optic on there. All right. A red of Seaver King. This red is numbered to 99 on the back. I don't know why some are numbered on the front and some are numbered on the back, but whatever. A red Seaver King from Washington. We know Washington being a bad team. He might get a look-see sooner rather than later. Seaver King. Okay, he was the 10th. Oh, there's one of our autographs. A.J. Ewing, shortstop, New York. I didn't see that one coming. Kristen Campbell. And Aiden Miller. All right, we'll put the Christian Campbell in the good pile. He's made the show already. A.J. Lewis, a shortstop for New York. I'm guessing the Mets, based on the jersey. Apparently, according to the back, he is a defensive wizard kind of guy. Let me slide these down a little bit. A.J. Ewing, not numbered, base signature series. Johnny Mize, Bucky Dent. Oh, yeah, Frank Thomas. I saw those. Okay. So our first autograph down. Like I said, I think that's the patch. Oh, we'll get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Hey, there's a Mizorowski on the back. There's one of the guys that we are looking for. Aaron Judge. Bobby Miller, Mariano Rivera, a red to 250 of Ben Hess. Okay. A James Triantos on the optic. I was correct. It is our mem. It is Chuck Knobloch. Who doesn't love Chuck Knobloch? A 99. On like the retro design. Okay. Tommy Troy and Mizorowski. Okay. Let's sleeve up the Miz. And let's sleeve up the Hess. I'm not sure what to think about the Chuck Knobloch. Old timer, you know, like tonight. He is kind of a Twins legend, and he's. Yeah, okay. All right. We need to get, we need to get a, better numbered card or something. We need the quality of, the Judge, the first one was great. We need to go back to, that quality. That's what we need to do. Reggie Jackson. Roger Clemens. Hurston Waldrop. Jackson Churio. Zebby Matthews. Greetings from Washington, Dylan Cruz. I don't know if that's a rare insert or not. It looks kind of, I don't know. Boston Bateman. I don't think I've seen anybody pull those. George Lombard Jr. Greetings from Washington, Dylan Cruz. Okay. Obviously, I didn't read the box. Let's read the box. Buyback autographs, ultra rare stained glass. I don't know if I can fit it in here, but there's a list of what we can find and we are looking for. Ultra rare is the stained glass, and unfortunately that is not a stained glass. That is a Greetings from Washington. But I don't think I've seen too many of those pulled. It's probably a rarer insert. There's James Woods, who I did hear led the league in strikeouts, so that's something he's going to have to work on and cut down. Manny Ramirez, Eddie Matthews, Heston Kjerstad, Bucky Dent on the explosion, but it's not numbered. I think Carson Williams will be numbered, and Carson Williams did get called up at the end of the year and had a pretty good impact. Yeah, out of 49, that's actually pretty good. We like that. Carson Williams to 49. Don't have a lot of space today, though. We're going to move the box. We know what it looks like. It doesn't have odds on it, so it's not that exciting. Put the Cason Williams up right there. And this Bucky Dent, like I said, that's the first explosive pattern that we've seen, but it's not numbered, so I don't know. And then we got a guy that I've never seen before, Starling Kaba, and James Tibbs III, who I believe got traded in the Devers trade. All right. Let's keep going. That was under 99, and it was a guy that has made the show, so I'm happy with that. That's more the direction we need to be going. Connor Norby, Zebby Matthews, Tony Oliva, Will Clark in the wrong uniform, Albert Pujols. Hey, look, there are fillers. Elite Series, Evan Carter. So I could have been wrong about that one pack, but I wasn't. It was our mem. Bazana, that's my first Bazana card. He was the #1 overall pick. I guess it was now 2 years ago. And Colin Houck, or Huck. Okay. A stained glass would be cool to pull. I love the look of the stained glass cards. Hey, my buddy's on the back. Kobe Mayo. Johnny Bench. A-Rod. Skeens. A optic. Oh, this isn't an optic. This is another silver. Kellen Lindsey silver. This is an optic of Caldwell. And then a rated prospect of Keuchel and Montgomery. Those are very good prospects. Keuchel got called up at the end of the year and was tearing the cover off the ball. And Braden Montgomery, if it wasn't for Nick Kurtz, and he'll probably finish third in Rookie of the Year is basically what I'm trying to say. He had a very strong year once he got called up. He just got, Jacob Wilson started the year in the majors. Kurtz got called up, I think, in May. I think Montgomery didn't get called up to July. So he had like 2 months less of time than even Kurtz did. But he put up some pretty solid numbers for Chicago in those, whatever it was, 4 or 5 months he was up. Catfish Hunter. John Smoltz. Jack Leiter. Adam Wainwright. Our first Unleashed, Johnny Mize. Churio on the Unleashed. That's such a cool looking card. And that is the explosion pattern too. Is that numbered? No. Churio Unleashed explosion pattern. I like it though. It's going in the good pile. Blake Burke, Ryan Waldschmidt. So we are down to 3 of the last 4 in baseball. You've got the American League Series is set. It's Toronto versus Seattle. So the top 2 teams in the league by wins ended up making it to the ALCS this year. Thriller last night. Seattle won in the 15th inning. Hopefully you guys stayed up late to watch it. Andrew Walters, Tim Hudson, David Ortiz, Willie Stargell, Kobe Mayo at a 199 on the green. Braylon Payne on the optic silver. Don't know Braylon Payne. Says he's a Brewers guy. Maybe Dad and Daughters could tell me about Braylon Payne. Ryan Sloan and Caleb Lomavita. Okay. Let's sleeve up the Mayo. Who doesn't like, some mayo? It's good on a turkey sandwich. A little bit of mayo. All right. Hopefully Mayo can build on this year. He finally got some regular playing time. He didn't have a great year, but, maybe if he's now, considered the starting outfielder or whatever, he will feel more comfortable and kind of get better. Darren Baker, Bobby Witt, Dwight Gooden, Jake Arrieta. Our next Unleash is a Skeens. Bucky Dent on the optic. Skeens Unleashed. Doesn't look quite as cool without the explosion pattern, but it's cool nonetheless because it's a Skeens. Colson Montgomery. Apparently they have 2 Montgomerys in Chicago. That's not the Montgomery you want. You want Braden. And Aaron Namala. I mean, maybe in time you'll want the other Montgomery too, but right now you want right now you want Braden. Jace Young, Ian Kinsler, Austin Wells, Evan Carter, Tyson Neighbors on the silver, Tyson Neighbors on the optic. We're going to have the Tyson Neighbors collection. Brandon Sproat and Marcelo Mayer. That might have been our worst pack yet. I didn't pull anything out and put it in the good pile. Jim Cott, Pee Wee Reese, Luis Angel Acuna, Jim Rice, Frank Thomas on the optic, Lawler on the Elite Series. I'm not sure what's elite about him. Nothing yet. Ryan Clifford and Kyle DeBarge. All right. 2 bad packs in a row. Let's get off of that train. Let's get back on the hit train. Come on now. We need more numbered cards. We need our last auto. Come on, show me something good. Jake Peavy, Juan Marichal, Deion Sanders, Rhett Lauder, Tony Oliva, Bomb Squad Ortiz, rated prospect Griff O'Farrell, rated prospect Jet Williams. The Jet Williams is all right. He's considered one of the top prospects in baseball. But we haven't had a numbered card in 3 packs. We were doing good there for a minute. The middle of the box is kind of dried up. Alex Gordon. Oh, maybe that's a gold. I like gold. Gold is good. Jim Palmer. Don Mattingly. It is a gold. Not the guy we want, though. Jimmy Rollins. Thatcher Hurd. Out of 10. Oh, why has it got to be Thatcher Hurd? Thatcher Hurd is a New York guy. I'm not sure, once again, if it's Yankees. 3rd round selection. Could be a Yankee, could be a Met. You never know. It just says New York. But it is numbered to 10. So that's something. That's a low numbered card. Jim Thome on the optic. Drew Gilbert on the rated prospect. Jared Thomas on the rated prospect. All right. Numbered to 10, just not the right name. Oh, man. All right. We're not going to be let down. It's a gold number to 10. He's going to come up and be the next big thing. Just you watch. Jacob Wilson. Kumar Rocker. Ryan Brown. Oh, that's not bad. Mike Mussina. A Skeens on the silver. An orange of Triantos. That is numbered to 199. Josier Gonzalez and PJ Morlando. All right. I don't know much about Morlando or Josier. Josier is actually a Giant. He might be the guy that I've been hearing things about. There is that middle infielder for the Giants that has been making waves with a Spanish name. It could be him. Oh, that's the wrong sleeve. That's one of those jumbo sleeves. Hold on a second. While I sleeve up this Triantos. Chicago. I believe he's a White Sox prospect. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not a White Sox. A Cubs prospect. Excuse me, a Cubs prospect. Cubs are kind of like the Yankees. Like, no, I guess not. The Cubs don't really have a lot of free spots, though. We'll see if he can make the club next year. All right, we're still missing an auto. We pulled a gold to 10. I don't think we can pull anything lower than that, realistically. But we'll see. We got a few packs left to do something here. Will Wagner, Lou Gehrig, Jake Bloss, Terry Francona, Spencer Arangetti, a Marvels rookie Kumar Rocker on the explosive. That's cool. We like that. Noah Schultz and Dante Nori. That's our first Marvels that we pulled. And I do like that it's the explosive pattern. It definitely looks better on the inserts with the explosive pattern. Colt Keith, Jairo Irarte, Jim Leland, Carlos Beltran, a blue of Walter Janik with a ding corner out of 149. Janik is a pretty high prospect. There's a teal on the optic. That's not terrible. He came up and made an impact. Colt Emerson and Ethan Anderson. Okay. I'm going to sleeve up the Walker Janik with the ding corner. We did pull a Janik numbered out of our fat packs as well, so technically our second Janik parallel. I think we pulled the Stars and Stripes version, which I think was like $249 out of the retail format. And a teal on the optic. Okay. I mean, if nothing else, we have a big hit stack. Like, I know it's unlicensed baseball and it doesn't carry a lot of value, but I'm like a prospect and rookie hunter. And like, this kind of does the job. Like, we're getting pretty much all the top prospects and rookies. We're definitely missing Nick Kurtz still, but, you know, we've done pretty good, I think. Pedro Martinez, Robin Ventura, Dustin Pedroia, Andrew Jones, Cal Ripken on the optic, Vance Honeycutt on the unleashed, Hagen Smith, who I know is considered a top prospect for the White Sox, and Brady House, who was a pretty big prospect, I want to say like 2 years ago, and he's kind of like flamed out. Like I'm not really sure what happened to him. I haven't heard a whole lot about him recently. 3 packs left. We are still missing an auto or mem. Like I said, to most people, it's an auto, so hopefully it's an auto. The first one kind of snuck up on me. Dylan Cruz, Pablo Sandoval, Nick York, Miguel Tejada, Alex Rodriguez on the silver, Michael Young on the optic, Jarlin Susana, and Owen Hall. That was not a good pack. Not a good pack. Our, I'm going to slide you guys over a little bit. Our parallels ended up being veterans, and you usually want the rookies. The rookies or the prospects is usually the better way to go. Ivan Rodriguez, Prince Fielder, Ozzie Smith, a green of Alex Rodriguez, number to 149. Oh, acetate of Carson Bench. That's a good acetate. Milestones, David Ortiz. Caden Culpepper, who I believe is a top prospect for Minnesota. And Noble Meyer from Miami. All right. A clear Carson Bench, which is cool. Keep grabbing the wrong sleeves. Apparently you get like one of those per box, it seems. I think that's the most I've ever seen anyone pull out of a box. And a numbered A-Rod. All right. Last pack magic. This should have our last autograph in it. Please be somebody good. Please. Nolan Ryan. Biggio. Jordan Lawler. Johnny Mize on the explosion. There it is. That's not bad. That's not bad. Christian Moore is a top prospect for the Angels. Kellen Lindsey. We've gotten a lot of Kellen Lindsey in this break. Christian Moore. Ethan Salas. That's not bad. And Bryce Rainier. Christian Moore prospect. Unfortunately, neither of our autos were numbered. That is unfortunate. We got 2 prospect autos and a game-used veteran. I mean, I guess that's the way you want to do it. Most people don't really want the veteran autos, I don't think. So I guess that's the better way to do it. Yeah, okay. Let me gather our hits. This is a pretty good stack of hits. Now, I know it's a hobby box, and some of you might argue some of these aren't even hits. But to me, they're hits. Let me pull out the numbered cards first. Let's see how many numbered cards we got. Numbered. Seaver King was numbered. Jody was numbered. Okay, so those are numbered. Those are our autographs. Hold on, these are technically numbered too. Numbered. Okay, so we've got our base hits, we're going to call them. Acetate Carson Bench, Kyle Teal on the Optic, Marvel's Explosion Kumar Rocker, Silver Paul Skeens, Jet Williams Base, Unleashed Skeens Base, Unleashed Churio on the Explosion, Slade Caldwell Optic, Keuchel Prospect Base, Montgomery Prospect Base, Welcome to Greetings from Washington, Dylan Cruz, Mizorowski Base, Kristen Campbell Base, Johnny Bench. I don't know why we put that over here, honestly. We're gonna take that one out. We ended up getting a bunch of those. Slade Caldwell on the base, Kyle Teal on the base, Carson Benj on the base, Leo DeVries on the base, and Ethan Salas on the base. So we didn't get a Kurtz. We got a lot of the other prospects. We got a bunch of numbered cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbered cards. 11 numbered cards. That's pretty good. Braden Doughty out of 250. Seaver King out of 99. Ben Hess out of 250. The Chuck Knoblar Relic out of 99. So if you discount the Relic, 10 numbered cards. Kobe Walker to 199. James Triantos to 199. Now, I don't know why these are both to 199. I guess one's the Donruss and one's the Optic, so therefore they use different color combos. But why don't you just make all greens to 199 and make all oranges to something else? That seems kind of dumb to me. But anyway, Walter Janik to 149. A-Rod to 149. Same thing again. We got the blue on the Donruss to 149, the green on the Optic to 149. Can we get some like consistency here? Just a little bit. Kason Williams purple out of 49. That's probably one of our better hits. Aaron Judge out of 99, and that's pretty good too. And then Thatcher Hurd out of 10. Hopefully, like I said, Thatcher Hurd becomes a player. And then that Thatcher Hurd card, will be a pretty darn big card. Right now, it's eh. Then our 2 autographs. AJ Ewing. I don't know much about Mr. Ewing, but I will look him up and see how he's doing. And Christian Moore, who's one of the top prospects for the Los Angeles Angels. Unfortunately, neither of them were numbered. That would be my only complaint about the autos. It'd be nice to have one numbered auto. Apparently, our numbered hit was the unfortunately the mem. But it was a fun rip. I enjoyed it. Maybe if I find one again, I'll do it again. If you guys liked it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought the best card that I pulled was, or if you think it was a good value for $110. I need a little bit of feedback here to know if I should do it again. I appreciate you guys. You guys all have yourselves a great night, and I will see you next time.